Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. Let go of negative thinking and stop living for the weekend. With your host, Fran Excel.
Welcome to the show. If you're new here, I am Fran Excel and I am helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life you love. So today I am covering something that's been coming up quite a bit. So what do you do when you feel like giving up on your dream business? What do you do when you feel like giving up on your dream? So have you got a case of the business blues and feel like giving up? So that feeling when you've got to a certain point and you feel like you're not seeing the results you want, getting frustrated, working all hours, juggling all the plates with very little in return. And then you end up feeling totally discouraged, overwhelmed, undermotivated. Sound familiar? I hear you. Starting a business is really, really tough. Do not let that 6 figures in 6 months rubbish fool you. It takes a huge amount of work and time when you're starting out. And you do feel like you're talking to crickets half the time. You feel like time, money, algorithms, everything's working against you, and you miss your evenings and weekends, and you've forgotten what your friends and loved ones look like. So usually we actually start to feel this way before things are about to get really good. So it's when that little bit of resistance starts to come up and you start thinking, oh God, can I do this? Can I do this? And all those feelings are coming up saying, am I wasting my time doing this? Okay, so what I'm going to take you through today is hopefully to make sure that you don't quit. Okay, I quit once before on a dream business, and I can't say it's a big regret because it taught me a lot of lessons, but I did. I completely got in my own way when I had my own jewelry company, and I loved it, and I let all the feelings and all the gremlins take over. And it's actually one of the things that's led me to starting this business, because it's something that I don't want to happen to anybody else. Because even now, when I talk to people or show people pictures of what I was creating, they're like, oh my God, why did you give those up? And the honest answer is because of me. I got in my own way, and I don't want that to happen for you. So here is what to do when you're feeling a little bit lost, lonely, ready to give up, so you make sure that you don't. Okay, so the first one is go back to your why. No, I roll my eyes a little bit when people talk about this as well, but it is so important. I can't even tell you. When you feel like giving up on something you spent so much time and energy creating, it's important to ask yourself this question, okay? So why did you start your business? Really, why? Ask yourself and keep going. I've talked about this before. It's like peeling an onion until you hit that real reason. I get a lot of wishy-washy responses when I ask people this. And it seems to be because I want to help women do blah. That's not your why. That's not what's going to really, really drive you and put that fire in your belly. So keep asking, like a kid, when they're doing that really, why? Do that. Keep doing it. Keep asking yourself, why? Why do I want that? Why do I want that? Get curious about your own thoughts and feelings. Because when you hit that real reason, often under all those layers, you can connect to the actual reason that you do what you do. It gives you your passion back, okay? That fire back in your belly. And you need that to do this because it's hard. It's so blooming worth it, but it is hard. So the next one is connect with like-minded people who are going through the same things, okay? Sometimes entrepreneurship or starting a new job or whatever it is, whatever big thing you're trying to achieve can feel really lonely, which makes it less enjoyable. In this business, I've never felt that way. Because I'd gone through it before, I knew what it was like. I intentionally created connections with like-minded people from the start. I have a wealth of wonderful biz besties, and they are some of my favorite people. And I've got people who I share what I do with, and there's other friends that I don't. But the really, really key thing is actually having those people that get what you're going through. You can sometimes feel when you go down this journey, you can sometimes feel like your friends aren't really your friends anymore because they don't quite get what you're doing. But that's fine. They're just the wrong people to be talking to. So you save them for fun stuff, and then you have your biz besties for your business stuff. So where you can do this. So find some Facebook groups, obviously mine, where you can interact, or get an accountability buddy, join a mastermind, or hire a coach, whatever you need to do to make sure that you have a place to go when you're having the inevitable wobbles. So important. The wobbles are inevitable. It's nothing to do with you. They are inevitable. When you feel like giving up, you need that person that you can go to. But equally, you need that person where you can share your successes so you don't feel on your own. You guys hopefully all saw the other day when you know, if you share a win in the group, all of a sudden all these people that you didn't realize were watching or reading or whatever come out the woodwork and support you, and it's an amazing feeling. So make sure you do that. I lurked for so long in Facebook groups, and I've made such a conscious effort to comment and like and interact with other people, and it has been the best thing that I've ever done. So make sure that you're connecting with like-minded people. So what is it that is actually making you feel like giving up? Okay, is it too much work? What can you outsource? Is it imposter syndrome? List all the reasons that you are qualified to do what you do. Is it comparisonitis? Is it plain old fear? Drill down to what is really making you feel that way, and then work on that. Don't just give up without trying to work on it. Work on that, but get really, really curious with yourself about what it is actually going on in your head. So the next one is reframe your thinking. Check your thoughts. If you are looking at things to not be going well, that is exactly what you'll get. What are your thoughts telling you? Do you need to shift them back to the positive again? Have you not journaled for a couple of weeks and you need to get back into that? You really do need to have that positive foundation in your mindset for this game. If you don't, your brain will actively work against you. So how can you think differently and find those positive pants again? Do you actually just need a break to look after yourself? This is a big one. Quite often we're heading for burnout. We are working all hours. Do you actually just need a break? There's times where I'm finding myself procrastinating, and I have designed a procrastination buster. I can call myself out on it in seconds. I know when I'm doing it. But sometimes when you're procrastinating, actually it's your body and your brain telling you to take a break. So do you need a break? Do you need to look after yourself a little bit more? When is the last time you had a little self-care or a bubble bath or whatever it is? Next one is it fear holding you back? Okay. If you want to drill down to your fears, what is it you are afraid of? Are you scared of failing? Are you scared of success? If you're struggling with fear, I have a whole other section on that. So go check that out. But it's something really important to, rather than just saying I'm afraid or I fear something, work out what that fear is. Okay. So next one is, have you lost faith in yourself? This is a big one and can be a little tough to admit, but it's really important to keep track of where you're going, but also where you've been. So recognize how far you've already come and keep track with your journal. So in the times when you're feeling like nothing is moving and you are hustle, 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 and nothing else is working, you have that reminder. Okay, in my journal, I always make sure I take the time for reflection. It's so important for me because it's so easy to forget all those things that we've done, even in a month. So remember that you don't have that in your own business. So like when you have a job, you have someone to tell you if you're not doing great or if you are doing great. If you don't have that in your business, you need to create that for yourself. So you need to wear all the hats, keep acknowledging all the small wins, and keep creating goals. Stop and smell the roses for a little bit, okay? And remember where you were and where you've come. The next one is, are you comparing your 10th step to someone else's 10,000th? Oh my goodness, I did this so often, and I still do it now, but I call myself on it. So remember that in the online space, you tend to only see the successes. People don't often share their struggles. and setbacks. You never know 100% of the story. There is no such thing as an overnight success. And we all have our own journeys and our own set of unique circumstances. So concentrate on what you're doing and on your own timeline. Okay, stay in your own lane and make sure that you are concentrating on what you're doing. Somebody may not have someone may have quit their job and gone full throttle ahead and got more time than you. Work with what you have in your time frame. And the last one is obviously get a coach or a mentor. So I touched on it before, but there really does come a point where you need to stop trying to do everything on your own. You can learn from an expert, a coach, a mentor, someone who knows how to get through what you need to get through. It will keep you headed in the right direction. It will help you set your goals, give you accountability, which is so important when you're trying to do these things, because if you don't know this yet, your brain will work against you, and you've got to continually push yourself outside that comfort zone. And there are so many points along the journey where you're going to feel like you want to quit, and you don't quit. You don't quit because you're doing something you love. You're doing it for a reason. Connect to all the things that we've talked about above. You need that place to talk through your wobbles and help you stop you getting sidetracked or discouraged. They can teach you the tools, strategies, the shortcuts that you need to stay on track. And just please, please, please remember that usually when we feel this way, we are on the verge of something amazing. Connect to what will your life look like when you succeed, and marinate in that vision for a little while. Is it worth it for you? Is it worth the hustle? Is it worth the work? You grow so much by doing this stuff. How would you feel in a year's time if you did quit? How would you feel in 5 years' time if you did quit? If the answer is relieved, then that tells you everything you need to know. If the answer is anything but, please keep going. Okay, I can't stress this enough. Please keep going. It's hard, but it is so worth it. Surround yourself with people who get it. Connect to why you're doing it. And make sure you do not quit. Call yourself on it. Anytime you feel like you're having those thoughts, call yourself on those thoughts. And make sure you reach out to someone, whether it's your accountability buddy, a free group you're in, a paid group you're in, a mastermind group that you're in, or anywhere where you know you have somebody that gets it. Go there and talk about it. The biggest thing in all this is please don't keep it to yourself, because that's when we quit. All right. So I really hope that that was useful for you. And if you've been struggling with any of those gremlins, then I hope that that has given you a little bit of food for thought. Don't forget, if you are struggling with procrastination, you have got my procrastination buster. So I'll make sure that that is in the notes below. And you can start getting those things done and pushing through the pain to get to the unicorns and rainbows on the other side, because that's where they are, all on the outside of your comfort zone. So until next week, thank you for joining me, and I will see you then. Bye.